Welcome back to the 25 Days of Mindful Movement series. Today we are on day 13 and we will be going through a yoga flow with a mini core circuit. I'm Isabel Wellman, personal trainer and yoga teacher. For props, all you'll need is a yoga mat or stable surface and a pillow or a blanket, just in case your knees are sensitive. Today we will start with our core circuit. The 4 exercises we will be doing today are a repeat from previous in the series, and we'll be going through V-ups, swimmers, side-to-side leg lifts, and flutter kicks. After that, we will go through our yoga flow, where we'll hold most poses for 1 minute on each side if they are a double-sided pose. And then there's an optional shavasana that you can pause this video, take your shavasana, and then end it. We'll go through a very quick demo for each exercise, and then we'll hop in to our circuit. So V-ups. We lay on the ground, arms above head, and we reach up with the legs and the arms, and then we come back down. Next are swimmers, and this is where we're slowly bringing one arm to a bent knee and then switching sides, opposite arm and opposite leg. Then we have side-to-side leg lifts, where we will start with our feet up, let them drop to one side, come up, lift the hips off the ground, lower to the opposite side. And then lastly, we have flutter kicks. So your feet will be about a foot off of the ground and you're going to flutter the feet in the air. We'll now get ready for our V-ups. We'll begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we will be going for 30 seconds. And we'll take a 15-second break. We will go into swimmers next. Opposite arm to opposite leg. And 2 and 1. And relax for about 15 seconds, and then we will go into the side-to-side leg lifts. And we'll get ready in 3, 2, and 1. Almost there. And lower. We will rest for 15 seconds and come into flutter kicks for the last exercise. And go up in 3, 2, and 1. Almost there. Three, 2, and 1, and lower. We will now move into our yoga flow, and we're going to start with a cross body stretch. So we're going to bring the arm across the body and pull it in towards the chest, and we will start our minute now. So grab whichever arm you'd like to grab first. You can sit on your knees, you can sit cross-legged, whatever feels best for you. I'm going to do less talking in this video and simply let you explore your body, your sensations, and where you are at. We will switch in about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So drop that arm. I like to open mine back up and then bring the other arm across. I bring the outside of my forearm to help me hold this arm across the body, and I feel the stretch slowly open where my back meets my shoulder. I drop in a little bit deeper into my seat. I tuck my tailbone down, reach out through the crown of the head as I tuck my chin a few inches. See how deep you can allow the breath to go. And we can slowly release that arm down, shake it out. We're going to come into a child's pose where we are reaching forward. So I'm just going to move my pillow out of the way. But we will reach our hips back, walk the hands forward, and we're going to reach one hand farther than the other, and then allow ourselves to bend in that direction. So we'll go down in 3, 2, and 1. Begin to walk one hand farther than the other. Press down through the fingers. Feel the armpit reaching down towards the ground. And see if you can create a bend through the side body, reaching towards that reached arm to the outside. And you can cross that hand over towards the opposite side of the mat as you reach your rib cage to the opposite of that direction. So if it's the right rib cage reaching to the right, your hands are reaching to the left. We'll slowly release and start walking our other hand farther out. Once you feel ready, you can begin to reach that rib cage. If it's the left rib cage, to the left side, and then cross the hands over to the right. And we can slowly come up. We're going to come onto our back. Actually, first we're going to do an intense shoulder stretch, so this makes more sense. We're going to take one arm and we're going to reach it underneath the other arm when we're in this kind of strange tabletop position. But we're going to keep our hips up in the air. And instead of arching your back, please keep the spine neutral by engaging your core and reaching that tailbone slightly straight back towards the wall instead of letting it curve up towards the ceiling. And you're going to let that arm reach out under you as the other one reaches forward for intense shoulder stretch. Allow the head to rest. And we'll come up and we will switch sides. So we'll lift the other arm up and reach it underneath as far as feels good for us. Reach the front arm out. And we'll slowly come back up. And we're going to come down onto the bellies. First, we will come into a low cobra. So hands will be right next to the chest or bra line. Press down through the legs. We're going to just lift the chest up fairly low. Reach the shoulders back. Exhale and lower down. We'll do 2 more of these. Exhale. Inhale, low cobra. And then you can either stay there or allow the forearms to come forward. Continue to press down strongly into the legs and press down through the arms. Pull the shoulders back. See how long you can inhale? Pause at the top and exhale 1 second longer than your inhale. We'll be here for 30 more seconds. We'll lower in 3, 2, and 1. Next we'll come into dolphin pose. So we'll be staying on the forearms, yet we'll be coming up into a downward dog position with our lower body. So straightening out the legs, you can give yourself a couple pedals here. Just keep this as a simple and easy dolphin. Press out of the forearms and out of the shoulders. Inhale, come into a regular downward dog, and let the feet walk towards the hands. We will come into a forward fold position. We'll be here for about 1 minute. We will next come into a wide-legged forward fold. So our feet will come out wide, toes can turn slightly in, and if you want to stay here on your arms, or if you have a stack of book or blocks, you can stay here if you feel the stretch. Otherwise, you can continue to lower by reaching the hands back between the legs. We'll be here for about 1 minute. We can slowly rise up And stay at this halfway point for just a moment. And then inhale, slowly come up the rest of the way. As you can tell, my plugged nose is just getting bombarded by that upside down motion, but it actually feels pretty good. We're going to come into Warrior 2 next. So that means that our front heel wants to be in alignment with our back arch. So your back foot will be coming across the mat. Your front foot is looking straight ahead. So get your feet into position, and then you can inch that front leg out into a squat, or into a lunge, excuse me. Press down into the back knife edge of the foot. Inhale and lift the arms up. Slowly come up. We're going to turn our front foot back inwards. We're going to go down for one more wide-legged forward fold, and we'll come back up in Warrior 2 on the opposite side. So exhale as you reach your hips back, lower the chest down, hands reach the floor, toes turn slightly in, not too much, just slightly. And when you're ready, start to go lower. We'll be here for about 1 minute. Slowly come back up. Stop at the halfway point. You can bring your feet a little closer together. Slowly roll to stand. And we'll begin to find ourselves in a Warrior 2 on the other side. Lining up the front heel to the back arch. Inhale, lift the arms, and we'll begin our minute as we slowly bend that front leg and find our Warrior 2. Slowly inhale, release that front lunge. We're going to grab our pillow, just in case your knees are sensitive, and come down into a gate pose. So one knee will be on the ground. The other foot will be out in that same position we were just in. We're going to bring both hands up, and we're going to reach over towards this leg and allow yourself to look up past the armpit. Slowly lower, and we'll come into gate pose on the opposite side. So this is just a variation of gate pose. Come on up. Good work. We will now come into our final pose of wide-legged child's pose, and we'll stay here for about 1 minute, and then we'll come back up, and that will complete our yoga session for today. So slowly begin to lower down. And you can be in a more relaxed position for this child's pose. And we can slowly come back up. You now have the option to come into a Shavasana, where you can pause the video and lay flat on the ground, cover yourself with a blanket, cover your eyes, and give yourself just a few moments of silence. Or you can pause the video and do any other stretches that your body could really benefit from adding in on your own. Or you can join me to finish the video. Thank you so much for joining me for today's training session. Tomorrow you can expect to have an isometric strength day for our day 14th training session. Thank you so much. I hope that no matter where you're at in your day, you're either using this to have a nice wake me up before headed off for the rest of your activities, or maybe a nice little cool down before you say goodnight. Again, if you're not a part of the newsletter, please sign up so that you get these sent directly to you, along with a journaling prompt and a funny little meme, because we could all use a little bit more laughter before the end of the year. Thank you so much for being patient with my lower energy and this little sickness that has crept in, but I am really allowing to have its way and be present, but still show up. So again, you're the best, and I will see you tomorrow.